G'day everybody and welcome to this week's edition of Q&A. We are a university church on a university campus, and so we like to ask questions so that we can get answers. Make sure you send yours into the Facebook page, the number on the screen, or the YouTube comments. This week's question is, a guilty client contacts a Christian lawyer to defend him in court. What's the best way to go about this? So the Bible tells us to hate what is evil and to love what is good. But in a scenario like this, there's lots of different things going on. One of those considerations is that we have a standard of innocent until proven guilty. And so somebody needs to defend this guy. Because let's think about it. If nobody defends this guy, whether he's guilty or not, then the state or the government or the prosecutor can use all kinds of tactics to achieve all kinds of violations of this defendant's rights. Now, whether you think this guy's guilty or he's even told you that he's guilty, somebody needs to stand up for his rights, because it's not just his rights that are being questioned. If nobody is going to stand up for his rights, what confidence should anybody else have that their rights are going to be stood up for? What if everybody thinks they're guilty, but they're not? So when a lawyer is defending a client, he's not just defending that client, he's upholding and reinforcing and protecting the rights of every client or defendant that might come before the court, that their rights will not be overthrown. There are many different factors in a court case, not just innocent and guilty. Like for instance, how long should the punishment be? A client who has no defense whatsoever and just the prosecution, they're probably going to get maximum penalties, you'd imagine, because nobody's sticking up for them. Now, maybe they don't deserve that maximum penalty. The only way we can tell that is if they're defended. Another one is, what was their state of mind? They might have clearly done it. They might have clearly done the crime, but are there extenuating circumstances? Were they being blackmailed? Were they mentally sound? So there are many different factors that go into a court case, and the question is, what should the Christian do? The Christian should always abide by the conscience that God has given them. If God is telling them that this is not the case for them, then they should pass it on to the next person. Whether the client is guilty or innocent, maybe God is pressing upon a lawyer that they need to take on this case to protect the idea that we have rights and the government can't do whatever they want. Whatever the case is, the Christian lawyer needs to go to God and ask him what he wants. There are many things in the Bible that we are not given 100% open and closed cases on what we should and shouldn't do. And so in each of those situations, we are instructed to go and ask the Holy Spirit, ask God what he wants, and make the best conscious choice that we can. That's this week's question. We'll catch you next week. Bye.